What's going on, guys? So we're going to take a little technical analysis look at Rblx. High hopes for this stock. Not saying that the stock is dead and not saying that the stock will not come back sometime. But what I mean high hopes for the stock, I had high hopes for the stock heading into 2022 along with some other metaverse stocks. With that being said, we are off the highs of $141.60, currently trading at 36. So if you are a value play investor where you like to buy stocks on the cheap, should you be buying this stock? Here's the only thing that I want to keep you guys informed and something to keep in mind. We are trading below the year's lows, going all the way back since, this is the weekly time frame here. So we're gonna take this all the way back to March the 8th of 2021. We are obviously fallen below that level. Obviously, we have broken every level of resistance that is out there. With that being said, what we have to kind of take into account now is that these previous areas of support, right, like right around here, it's more so of a range. Actually this line is not going to be good for that because of the fact that this is more so like a range, and I'll explain why in a minute. So the range that we're looking at here, and I want multiple touch points on this stock, but if we can kind of look here at this gray box that I put on the screen, this gray box is a price action between $61 and right around $73. So it's a $13 range. And why I have this box on here, this is going to act as a level of supply. So what we're going to go ahead and do here is we're going to make this box red. Okay, because red is, oh no, bad, right? So red, this level of supply here, and this is a little bright for my eyes here. I need a different color red, but let's try that. Okay, I guess that's a little better. But so what we're looking at here is that this 13-point range here is going to be a level of supply. Now, what exactly does that mean? Well, a lot of price action, a lot of consolidation was in this range. A lot of multiple touch points were in this range. This was a pretty significant level of support. Before this stock really took off and went to 141.60 before this nasty decline here, when it finally did lose this area, and you can kind of see as well here, when it did come down and tried to lose this area once, we quickly tried to get a bounce, and where did we get rejected? At previous level of support before we got that initial flush. Right now, I think that until the market starts to settle down a little bit, until we see what's going on with interest rates, until we see what starts going on with inflation, until we see what goes on with oil, until we see what goes on with Russia and the Ukraine, and until we see what goes on with whatever other news Kanye and Kim Kardashian have currently and what Skeet is saying and not saying, I think that something that needs to be taken into consideration is that this can completely continue a slow drift. Now, I'm not saying, $10, $15, but what I'm saying is lose 50 cents here, lose $1 today, bounce up 85 cents, $1.50, lose $2 the next day, bounce up $1 today, lose $1.50 tomorrow. It can sort of do this whole slow song and dance for a long time. Until the market starts to turn around. So what I would be looking for is some sort of catalyst or change in the overall markets, starting with the small caps and starting with the triple Qs. Right now, both of those indexes, the IWM and the triple Qs, are both in a bear market. Officially, on paper, more than 20% declines from highs. So what I would be looking for is for those indexes to start reclaiming some macro levels of supply. And that's going to be at least starting off with reclaiming the 20-day moving average. For the triple Qs, they need to reclaim the 20-day moving average, bare minimum for start, and then we can kind of start talking about the 200. But we need to get back over the 20-day moving average for starters. As soon as we can do that and kind of show that the market is in some sort of reversal, where it's actually okay to start buying stocks for the long term. I think that right now everything pretty much is a sell the pop kind of trade, more so for scalpers, more so for day traders. I don't really see any long-term things that you want to go and just investing all in on this dip, because this could be the very start of a bigger wave to come in the overall stock market. I will also say that some stocks probably will not make it out of this. If you can go look back 2000, 2001 dot-com bubble, many stocks trading at very, very high valuations never came back, right? They tested or never tested the 200-day moving averages and continue to just slow bleed. Some stocks actually not around. Not saying that that's what's going to happen with Roblox. I think the company will be around. But what I'm saying is, if this slow drifts for the next 2-3 months into, let's say, the 20s, maybe fair value price is $60. Maybe it does only make it back up to $60 or $70 and kind of trades in that range and never really sees 100 again, never really sees 141. Maybe we get into a raging bull market like we did in March of 2020, coming off that COVID decline. And maybe Roblox completely obliterates $141.60 and goes to 200. I do not know. All I know is what looks like it's going to happen tomorrow, what looks like it's going to happen next week. So what looks like that's going to happen now is $36. If that area is lost, I say that we probably are going to have a slow fade. I don't have any reference points here on a yearly chart to kind of give me any prior levels of previous support because there is none. So that's why I say that this is a slow drip and a slow fade until the market kind of shows us something otherwise. What I do know is that if there is any sort of weekly, monthly relief bounce, that we can completely come back to $60. So the way I would kind of play it is we need at least a couple more days worth of data, and we need to see it start to round out. So what I mean is we need to see it, dip sideways, 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 and then we need to see it pop back up. And when it pops back up, you can kind of take your stab on that pop back up to try to swing trade this into 60, but you want to use the lows as your absolute max pain and your absolute stop. I hope that helps. If you guys want to trade with me each and every single day live, definitely join my Discord. That link is down in the description box below. I am helping full-time and part-time day traders, option scalpers, you name it. We trade futures over there. If you guys want to get funded to trade futures, I work with a fantastic prop firm. You guys can get funded up to $150,000 or as little as $50,000. Go trade prop firm money. It's probably one of the smartest things you can do if you have a smaller account and or you want to add another revenue stream. Like, let's say, for example, you have a $50,000 trading account where you're trading options. I would stack that with another $50,000 account funded through a prop firm to trade futures, commodities, things like oil, things like gold, things like the NASDAQ futures, things like the Russell futures, things like the SPY futures. Go trade futures and stack more money onto your existing revenue streams. I do it. I have a bunch of people in my Discord who do it. It's just an extra way to make more money, right? So with that being said, I hope to see you guys all in the Discord this week. I hope to see you guys sign up. If you guys want to learn my actual trading strategy for scalping options, go to my website, evolutiontraders.com, sign up for the lifetime membership, become a prop firm trader. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm here to help you guys out, do this full time. So, I'm always available to kind of help you guys out with different levels. Until next time, I'm going to see everyone on the next trading video.